How you doing, everybody? It's Kimbro here at the Fallbrook Avocado Festival. I am here with Mike Graff. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, it's a long day.
It's a long day,
We
dude.
we started off at the crack of avocado.
Oh, dark early is what we got here
Oh,
on.
dark, way early is what we got here. Dude, I have to say, it's been a pleasure that I met you guys from this very first second I met you. And we just got the brains going and the energy and the collaboration and the
I'm
juice. And
telling you, you fit right in. I tell you, we just jumped right on and just said, let's just do this.
I've
Like,
been, I've been
whatever.
I've been looking for you for 5 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's what we're doing is a very difficult, complicated thing, which requires skill, experience, personality, a working culture, an understanding, professionalism. One thing can implode the whole thing. One personality or you know, one logistic,
Right, right.
and we seem to have like really the perfect three musketeers.
We
Well,
do.
four musketeers now that we got Roy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been really fun. The difficulty we've got is, like you said, we have a professionalism around it. So we need to get sponsors and we need to get actual drive and that we're doing. Then we also have the general public. So the general public can be over the top enthusiastic about having a drive-in movie in their area and being able to see all those movies. But it's another thing to actually get it economical and so that we can actually invite people. And so we have to look at corporate people to help us out and contribute and be sponsors and want to share their brand with everybody because, outside of, bigger festivals like the Avocado Fest, there's no opportunity for some of these brands to really have a place where people can go see them and interact with them. And so trying to do all those different things, all those different dynamics of general public wanting to be happy and sponsorship with corporate people and small businesses and just trying so hard to navigate all that. It's been so hard. And the one thing we keep hearing all the time is, oh my gosh, that's going to be great. We can't wait until that drive-in starts. And then on the other side, it was like, well, it hasn't been done for a long time or ever, and so we don't know how to handle it. And so we're just trying to navigate all of that and just saying, let's just break this down. We're just doing this. So just lead, follow, or get out of the way. And we're just trying to push through. And with your help on your end and trying to do all of the work on the movie part of it and the scripts part of it and just trying to keep us all in line with what we're trying to get to. It's been great. And then on our side, just navigating is something that we've never done before, but we're not scared of it. We're just going for it. We know it's going to be right. We know it's going to work.
How did you think of in the beginning the concept of the Fallbrook advertising? Did you just pop out of bed one day and be like, you know what, there's a void here, we can fill it, so let's go for it? Rewind the tape back to the first inkling of what you wanted to do and how you visualized it.
Yeah, what's interesting is that Steve, he's our partner on all of this, and it was his brainchild. He was in Fallbrook. He's been living here for 5 or 6 years, and he's like, there's something about this community, and there's something about the businesses that are downtown. And I actually, on the side, I was working out, doing my own work here, website designs and all that, and I was thinking the same thing. And then one day, one of our mutual friends introduced us, and we just hit it off. And we said, yes, we need to help the community. We need to help all the small businesses down here because everyone that is down here right now as a business loves Fallbrook and knows the potential that this city has. And I think it's up to us to kind of bring that out and show the world what's going on down here. And so for us, we started this in December together, and which doesn't seem like it's that long ago, but we have accomplished so much. And we're just happy to be here and happy to do this. And I don't know, it's been just something that ever since I met Steve and then met you, everything that's out of our mouth, everything that we've said, every thought, every direction, everything that we've come up with, we've all agreed on it and just ran for it. So it's been really great.
Whose idea was it to do a pop-up drive-in movie theater?
It was actually more yours because you had done that so much, right, in your area. And then we jumped, and as soon as we met you, as soon as you mentioned it to us, we both instantly said yes. Like, we didn't even go, We just jumped and just said, yes, that's exactly what we want to do. And just, so it was your idea. You probably don't want to lay claim to it, but it is totally your idea. But we are right on there with you, man, and we just jumped at it.
That's cool. Now, you guys put together the lineup for the summer series. Uh, how did you come to the lineup that you have? You got some great movies. Tell us what the program is about. Friday is one program, Saturday is another program. Tell us what the programs are.
Yeah, so what we're doing is on every Friday, we're trying to gear the movies towards young adults and then adults, right? So we want to hit uh, doing PG-13s and PG movies. We can't really do R's because honestly, we're doing this at an outdoor venue, and a lot of the R rating has a lot of nudity or something like that, and we can't show that in the middle of the freeway. It just wouldn't work. And so we're afraid that we'd stop traffic forever. And so we had to kind of tame that down. And then on Saturdays, we want to gear it towards the families because we don't want to lose out on those individuals that want to go out and take the family somewhere they can have fun. And we've all seen the movie in the park, right? The 20-foot screen, and everyone kind of comes out. And there is a lot of fun to that. But going to a drive-in is an experience. Those of us who have ever been to a drive-in, we know what that experience is all about. You're with a bunch of your friends, and you get to hang out, and you get to see this big screen movie. And so we wanted to do something for the family on Saturdays. And so we'll have things like bouncy houses, because we all know that with little kids, they're not going to want to sit in the car for 2 hours. So we want to get them out and be able to let them jump around. But we're going to provide speakers so that the parents, they have to watch their kid out of the bouncy houses or something, or they're getting something to eat at the food trucks. They can still watch the movie and hear the movie, and they don't miss a beat. So we're trying to do that for Fridays and Saturdays. So it should make it a lot of fun.
And we're also going to do a bilingual broadcast.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yep.
we're going to have the English version off of the actual movie, but then we're also going to have a second FM transmitter doing the Spanish dub of the film.
Exactly.
So the lips won't be exactly synced up with the actors, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. And well, one of the things that's interesting about this is that instead of just doing a typical drive-in where you have to have a little speaker box that gets mounted to your car, all of this is through the FM radio, and so your car tuner will just pick it up, and we'll be able to have that throughout everyone's car. We don't have to worry about all the wires and all that other kind of stuff that goes along with it. So technology has really allowed us to do this. We've got a blow-up screen, we've got digital movies, and we've got sound systems that project into the car. So we couldn't ask for anything better than that.
It's pretty exciting. So walk me through the film festival. It's the last 2 weekends. So we just put up God, my brain is like...
I know, right? It's been a long avocado day.
The Brookfield Film Festival,
Yeah.
or the Fallbrook.
The Fallbrook.
The Fallbrook Brookfield. The Fallbrook
we can
Film
edit
Festival.
that out later.
We're live. There is no editing.
There's no editing. Yeah.
Bask in my mistakes.
Right. And so what we're doing is we're the last 2 weeks of our event is going to be in August, and so the first weekend of August, we're going to start off our film festival. So we're going to go out into the world, and we're going to say, all you independent filmmakers, we're going to give you some criteria. You're going to make a movie, or if you've got already a movie that fits that criteria, we want to hear from you. And so then we'll put together a lineup, and that lineup will allow us to show those movies. So we're going to show a couple of them at the drive-in, but because we are limited with daylight, we can't do a whole lot of double features. But we're going to try to get some additional venues in town where we can show those movies as well. And that will allow us to, let's say we have 10 movies. We can get 10 movies seen by everybody over the course of a weekend or so. And then the following weekend, we're going to actually do an awards process or award ceremony. We're going to allow everyone to vote on the 10 movies or whatever that number ends up being. And then the best movie is going to get an award. So we're hoping that the directors and the writers and all these guys will come down into Fallbrook, get in front of everybody, show their appreciation for the audience, and be able to get their award and get some PR out of it, because honestly, that's what they want for those small boutique type filmmakers. They want to be able to get that recognition so that they can go to the next big film.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm very, very excited about that part of it, because being a filmmaker myself, any opportunity that I can get to submit my film to a festival where it can get on the big screen and be seen by some new eyeballs, It's very, very exciting for a filmmaker.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
to walk away with, an accolade. I mean, obviously, I can't submit anything to this film festival because I'm on the
Well, maybe
I'm
we'll
on the
let you do some
committee.
intro. You can do some intro stuff.
But I'm going to steal a T-shirt when they're not
Maybe,
looking.
yeah.
I might at least do that.
maybe you could do a little short, one of the little shorts that lasts for about 2 minutes, and then we can just have fun with that.
I'm going to do a TikTok, Instagram, or be sneaking in the back grabbing a T-shirt.
That's right. Well, and I'm excited about that only because I want to see what these independent guys come up with. Like, how closely can they fit to the criteria that we're putting together? And by just us randomly throwing something out there, how close can they hit it? And what that's going to do is this: is like prior to that, we're going to do all these other movies. So our goal right now is to do things like some of our movies that we're selecting is we're starting off with Grease. Then we're probably going to go into, I think it was Raiders of the Lost Ark, which a lot of people haven't seen in a long time. It's still a good classic. We're going to do, I think, Jurassic Park, Italian Job, and we're going to do a few other ones that we haven't announced yet, but we're coming up with those. And then that's our PG-13 PGs. And then we'll get into Shrek, Toy Story, Cars. We can get into a couple of these other ones that are just classics. And what I'd like to do, and it's going to take you a little bit to help me out, but what I'd like to do on the family days on Saturdays, I would love to have a couple of Bugs Bunny shorts that go up there. Everyone remembers the Bugs Bunny cartoons. That's how they used to start a lot of the movies a long time ago. I'd love to have a couple of those Bugs Bunny shows just show up just before we start the big movies. So that'll be a lot of
I
fun.
think we can make that happen
Yep.
for sure. Yeah. Tell me about your take on the Fallbrook Internet Radio show. I am really looking forward to that
I am
because
too.
I get a chance to write and perform on those shows, and we're going to basically take some of the movies that are screening down at the Fallbrook Theater,
Yep.
and we're going to write some comedic spin-off spoofs of some scenes in those movies and then perform them as if we were a 1930s radio station.
Yeah, it'll be pretty neat. So we are working with the owner and manager of the theater there to come up with some good ideas on this. And really, if you can imagine, back in the day, it was a lot of radio movies, right? So you'd listen to the thing over before they came up with TVs, right? So you would only be able to hear what was going on. So you had to imagine what the actors were going through. They would put sound effects to it, so the actors were all going through their dialogue with each other, and then they would have sound effects and music and all that kind of stuff put in there at the same time. They're all doing it at the same time. Well, back then it was all done in a studio, and now today we can still repeat that and come back and reproduce that. And so with that, we're going to put it into the theater, have all the actors on top of the stage with the sound effects and the music, and all the audience will get to see them performing all of this. So they're going to be reading from their sheets, but they're going to be doing it in a way that they're going to do a little bit of, the body language, and they're going to have a little fun with it, and their voices are going to change, and they're going to throw paper all over the place because they're going to read the script and take it off. And then through that, the audience is going to not only see what's going on and laugh with that, but also understand what's going on with the movie and having an entire show of it. And I can't wait to get those things done.
And it's so much fun. I did a Dick Tracy one.
Oh yeah.
And I was the sound guy, special effects for that. And it was so much fun, man.
Oh,
and the actors really got in it. They all dressed the part.
Yep.
They came in with the accents and all the inflections and the sound effects. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So that's going to be our drive-in movies are going to be during the summertime. Then we want to be able to continue something into the fall. Depending on weather, we might do something outdoors, but we don't know yet. But we want to start shifting it indoors. So we want to do the radio, but then we might do actually some other movies. We might do another film festival. So we really want to just monopolize on all of that and just become that Fallbrook place to be, for movies and entertainment, and to just make it something new and fresh that a lot of the generations have not seen it. I mean, anyone who's younger than 40 has never seen internet radio. They've never seen. Honestly, a lot of them have never seen a drive-in movie. And to see a movie like Star Wars is going to be up on the big screen. It hasn't been on the big screen in, 50 years or 40 years,
It's been a while.
And so, being able to do that, and think about the grandparents who saw it, or the parents, older generation parents who have seen that on the big screen, being able to bring their family members to a drive-in and watch it on the big screen again. It would be an amazing thing. So we can't wait. And honestly, we just want to go to the movie and just to watch ourselves. So it'll be a lot of fun to be there.
Yeah. So in closing, you know, I love podcasting and Pod by the Nation and Ref Kimbrel and all that stuff. Tell me a little bit about what your vision and what your plan is for the Fallbrook Media Group podcast. Like, I know you've got some ideas, some podcast series you want to do and some podcast shows. Drop a couple of hints of what we can expect in your podcast network.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is, obviously, when you're doing podcasts like this, where you're just out there and about and in the public, and you just want to be able to provide that entertainment, it's just entertainment value. But what we want to do on our own is to create a podcast that is really built around the small businesses. So it's, how do we help them? How do we give them advice? Or better yet, how do we bring them in and interview them and say, what are you guys doing that you want to share? A good idea or a cool technology or just something like that, and be able to just provide that knowledge. And I think that will help all of our businesses grow at the same time, so that it isn't just purely entertainment. We just don't want it to be another TikTok video that's going to be on there. We actually want it to be educational, so that it's something that they can reference back on, or that they can share with friends, or they can share with other coworkers, and so that everyone kind of grows together and can really make their businesses flourish. And that's what we're trying to do. That's why it's taken us so long to actually put that together, because it's really easy to just get in a room and just start blabbing. We don't want to do that. We want to do it right. We don't want to do something that isn't going to be popular, or something that isn't just going to be, it's just going to be washed over. So we really want to think about how we do it. We want to get the right people involved and get the businesses to really support it.
That's awesome. And where can we find you on the socials?
On the socials, we are TikTok, we are Instagram, we are Facebook, we are on our own website with a lot of this video. And then obviously, fallbrookadvertising.com is going to have all of the information that you need on the drive-in and on what we do as a business. So, one of the things that we haven't plugged really is we do marketing. I mean, we do things crazy like this, but we also do just regular stuff. If you have print needs, or if you have website needs, or if you have digital advertising that you want to try to do, we can help you with all of that. And so that's what we're trying to do, is really show that we can support the teams.
That's awesome. Thanks, Mike. I'm going to let you get back to doing your thing.
Man, thank you so much for you and helping out.
My pleasure. We'll see you at the drive-ins.
Right, man. See you. Bye, everyone.